You should ask the tough questions. Yeah, you should. If you're someone that's in corporate America, there's this weird taboo on not wanting to be the person to ruffle feathers or to say the quiet thing out loud. And this is my personal experience after having about 15 years in corporate. You can still do that and not be the bad guy or the one who is causing up trouble. And when I really think about it, I think it boils down to be nice to everyone. I know that sounds weird, and how does that match up to asking the tough questions? Because if you are nice to everyone, and you like genuinely just want to work better with them, you not necessarily take full interest in their lives, but at least have an interest on what they do and what their role is specifically and understand it, that builds up a lot of trust. And one of the things that kind of accelerated my career when I was in corporate was being able to ask those tough questions. And when I mean tough questions, I mean like, why are we doing it this way? Mostly because it comes from me from genuine curiosity. Um, I hate the phrase "it is what it is" or "this is what we've always done." It literally like boils my blood. So I would ask the question, but I never would ask it in a very accusatory way. It would be like genuinely, I want to understand the full picture. What were the circumstances that led us to do this process this way? So that actually helped me to get more responsibilities when they gave me the role of UAT manager, user acceptance testing, for the software platform that we were developing for the field. And the big part of that was a lot of responsibility, is that if I saw that something did not work in that month's release based on what my testers' feedback was and my own testing, I had the ability to say it's not going to production. Mind you, I had to say this to senior vice presidents and the VPs of field ops. It wasn't a trigger I pulled frequently. I think maybe I've only done it 2 to 3 times, but that's because I really believed in the problems that it would create if I were to let that go onto the field and have a VP tell me, oh, we'll fix it with a patch or something. But again, I would not have that, I guess, authority, for lack of a better term, if people didn't trust where I'm coming from. So if you're one of those people that you see all these inefficiencies and you see like, man, there is such a better way, and it doesn't necessarily need AI, but it's maybe just the process itself could be improved, whether it's just a change in the order that you're doing the thing. Start with curiosity. Start with being polite, being nice. Take genuine interest in other people. It's not to be manipulative. This has to be something that you're genuinely curious about. And if you're faking it, trust me, people will be able to tell. It's not hard. But if that's one of the biggest things that I would kind of share out for people who are seeing all this AI stuff happening and be like, man, we could really use it for some efficiencies here because I know that this certain process makes no sense, blah, blah. Ask the tough question. At the end of the day, the biggest thing that I just tell myself, if I ask the question, I just tell myself, the worst thing they can say is no. And then that's that. So if you have the question, go ask it.